I'm a little burpy too because this line is hitting me, and all I had was a Hot Pocket, and that was probably not enough. I can feel it coursing through my veins.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 71 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is The Real Portz, and Evil Space Bunny's here. Bunny, how you doing?
Hi, I'm pretty good. How about you, sir?
I'm doing, I'm doing.
You doing?
I'm here.
You doing?
Not on call for work anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I'm like a person again.
Yeah, you're not like consumed with hatred and anger as
Well, let's not get hasty here.
Well, okay, fair. I guess you could be playing Dota, right?
Yep.
You could be playing Dota, and that could be taking up all of your time. I could be entirely wrong. So, yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, I'm sorry for assuming. Please forgive me.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Now that we got your errors out of the way, how was your week?
My week was pretty good. It was just, sitting at home, chillaxing, working at home, and, nothing too crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good. Good.
Looking,
Relaxing weeks. There's been lots of those over the past year.
Yeah, never, ever getting dressed like a normal person again. It's fine. I've accepted this. This is my life.
Yeah,
now.
but every other person is doing the same thing, so it's actually becoming normal. So.
Yeah, we'll always just sit around in fat clothes, and it'll be great.
Yeah.
It'll be the best. 10 out of 10. Fight me. What did you play this week?
I don't have the energy because I've not been doing anything for a year, so I actually don't have the stamina to fight anyone.
Okay,
and I'm gonna blame that on this year.
Okay.
That's what fat people get to do. Is this year things were rough.
Yeah.
Don't look at pictures of me before this year, but just know that this year was tough. It started this year. Get off my back.
Yeah, exactly. Just this year.
Bunny, did you have time for video games?
I did. Let's see. What did I play this week? I played a couple of games. I've been
Old School RuneScape on Steam. I bet you played that.
Oh yeah, I totally got into that. Actually, that was my number one recommended on Steam, and I just sat there and I laughed for 20 minutes. And every time I see it, I laugh. I'm like, it's never gonna happen, Valve. Stop it. Stop trying to make Old School RuneScape happen, Valve. It's not gonna happen. Anyway, so this week I tried to play some comfort games. I don't know what it is, but I just needed some I'm feeling very. I need a home. I don't know. It's weird to explain what I'm feeling, but I went back to Skyrim, and so I've been playing Skyrim a lot, and it's gonna be great because on stream I'm gonna play a cursed Skyrim run. And it's already looking terrible because my chat is linking the worst fucking mods I've ever seen that I'm gonna have to install.
No.
So it's literally
okay. What's the most fucked up one? You're like, oh no.
There's one that the one that I'm looking forward to the most is the skeletons. Every time they walk, they make trumpet noises.
Please tell me it's like a MIDI trumpet, like the "Doot Me Up Inside" song.
That's what I'm hoping. And,
that's amazing.
And then the worst one that I've seen is like it turns all of the fucking dragon shouts into different baka insults, like weeb shit, and I'm just like, oh no, this is gonna be the worst.
What is that word? What's baka?
It means
what does that
idiot
mean?
in Japanese,
Oh,
and it's screamed a
okay.
lot in fucking anime, and we screaming at each other. Anyway,
I will know about anime soon. I'll be an anime expert on March 25th.
Exactly. Oh, is that when the Dota thing happens?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to watch your first
Obviously
anime.
English voice acting, but,
That's fine. It's fine.
I doubt anyone will be screaming baka.
Oh, God, please. I hope so.
Dragon Knight, you baka!
You baka! Baka mono. Anyway. So I played Played a lot of Skyrim this week. I attempted to play Fear. That was a nightmare. I don't know what that game is, but apparently it's cursed and it wouldn't go from one of my monitors. And then
Have you never played it?
I have. That's the problem. Is I played it on this
so
computer and like I didn't have any problems with it, and it automatically detected.
It must have been the move to Middle America.
Middle of America caused Fear to fuck up, and I played it recently too, and I just don't understand. But like it literally was going to a monitor that didn't exist, and when I unplugged my monitors, I had to unplug 2 of my monitors to attempt to get it to work, but the FPS just kept dropping to 0 after like 2 minutes, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
It was painful.
It was so painful. And then I played Dead Space, and I forgot how annoying it is to turn Isaac in that game. He is a boat. He is
literally a boat in molasses. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a boat in molasses, and you're like
in molasses. But also on ice.
Also, like every time you get like below a certain HP, which is just like 1 hit, since I'm playing hard because I'm an idiot. As soon as I get 1 hit, he starts grunting as soon as he starts running, and it's just like, Isaac, stop making so much fucking noise. You're such a whiner. And he's just like,
it's more like it's even deeper than a grunt. It's like it's like a fucking gorilla on a treadmill.
Isaac's a monkey? Oh no. But anyway, so after that, I went back to like my survival games. I'm like, fuck trying to do retro. I'm gonna try it again next week.
If I can just shame you
do it.
as a streamer real quick. You gave up on the resolution settings in Dead Space pretty fucking quick.
I did it for 45 minutes.
You almost started playing
45 minutes
on 480p. You started playing for a little bit. A little bit.
For 45 minutes.
I understand, but
45 minutes.
The idea that you were just willing to accept all the jaggedness and blurriness of 480p blew my fucking mind.
I was just like, this game looks like shit still.
No, it actually, I mean, it looks pretty good.
It looks okay.
I think. Good.
You love those graphics, so you have a nostalgia to, I think, those graphics.
For that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, you love that look. You love that look.
What look is that? It's just
janky PlayStation 2 games.
No, it's a PS3 game. How dare you? Yes, I'm telling you, you played on the wrong settings.
Oh my god. Okay.
That game is an HD game.
Is it really? Jesus.
Yes.
All right. Well,
HDMI enabled.
HDMI could suck my dick. But anyway, so I went back to my survival games. I beat the story.
The only ones who don't betray you.
Exactly. Except I will never use any of the skills that I acquire. So I finally beat the story in Green Hell. The main character is just the giantest baby in the world. And, like, him being as clueless as you, the player, is very frustrating. And I can't express how frustrating that is.
Give me an example of that. Is that, like, I don't know how to make this, and neither does the character? Or what is the...
that's literally what happens. And so he's talking to his wife on the walkie-talkie. And she's like, how do you not remember how to bandage yourself? And he's like, I don't know. And so you sit there. Is he supposed
to be some sort of survival guide or expert?
He's supposed to be an expert survival doctor. And he's been surviving in the jungle for like years at this point.
Jesus Christ. Did he hit his head on a rock at least? Did they try to explain it in any way?
Oh, okay. Like have weird sort of like amnesia. But
all right,
like,
I guess
it's just a fucking disaster. And like, there's times where you don't know any of this stuff, and so like,
he's like the opposite of Jason Bourne. He just remembers all the shitty details of his life, except how to do anything useful.
How to complain to his fucking wife about how he doesn't know how to do anything. He's like, "What do I do, Mia? I'm so scared."
Somebody needs to make a MacGruber style video about Jason Bourne. I think that would be fucking incredible. Anyway.
But like, he would just sit there and he'd complain and stuff. Anyway, I got the good ending because I did something really stupid. It was so stupid, this ending. Like, I'm not mad at the ending, but to get to the ending, I did the dumbest thing that I thought I could possibly do. And I'm going to spoil it.
And that gave you the good ending?
Yes, I'm going to spoil it right now, okay? So,
all right.
Either you could find the cure and save everybody, or you don't find the cure, and then you just get rescued, and then you leave, and you go back to civilization, and everything sucks. So, with that being said, I was like, there's a lot of toxin shit around here. I'm gonna pick up a frog. And, like, if you pick up a fucking poisonous frog, you immediately start dying because, it's a fucking poisonous frog in the Amazon. So I did that, and then I shoved it in the machine because I thought it would be funny. And it worked. That was the good ending.
How did it?
It gave me the cure. It's really dumb.
The frog had the cure?
Yeah, the frog had the cure.
And the machine just knew how to extract it out of the frog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like,
well,
all
right. Vaccines contain a little bit of the
poison,
disease, poison, whatever it is.
Yeah. So
I don't know. It's loosely based on science.
Yep. So yeah.
Interesting. So wait. What are you curing? What is the
So
there's like a pandemic thing happening?
Let me spoil some more of this game.
Okay. Just spoil. No one else is ever gonna play this game.
Sorry.
So go ahead.
Let me spoil the rest of it. So you find out throughout the whole experience as you slowly gather your brain clicks and stuff like that. Your wife is dying of cancer. The reason why you go back to this jungle is to find a cure for her cancer. And then you eventually do. And you go back and you find you have you go back and you have a normal life, but this cure to this cancer.
She's been sleeping with someone else.
Exactly. It's called a virus. And what happened was everybody who took this medicine that they found from the Amazon, they took this medicine that cured cancer and stuff like that. They eventually got infected with some kind of like virus. And it started running rampant through all of South America, which is where you're from. And so this is you returning to the Amazon to find a cure for this virus. And so that's why you find a cure. You're trying to find a cure for the virus at the very end of the game and save civilization, basically. It's a frog, but the frog in the machine.
So she gets cancer and then a deadly virus.
Yeah, because of the.
Is she patient 0 of the deadly virus?
She's one of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Because of the
That's
cure. Yeah.
Shitty luck.
Yeah, shitty luck. Well, it's all because of it was linked to the cure from the
for the
Amazon.
cancer. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway.
That makes sense.
Wow. Yeah, it was.
What a game! Green Hell.
Green Hell. It was interesting. Then I
don't know why, but the name Green Hell always makes me think it's a Army Men game.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna be too. But it's just because you're in the fucking Amazon jungle and everything is trying to kill you.
And that's fair, because, it sounds like hell over there.
The one thing that pissed me out the most is, you get scratched by the fucking jaguars and the pumas, and they usually just straight out kill you. But if you somehow survive, you have to figure out how to stop the bleeding. And you're, looking at yourself as you're trying to find out where the fucking owie is on you. And you're slowly bleeding out, so you're looking at all your extremities, and you're like, shit, I need to put this bandage on this wound exactly. And then they never tell you this. Somebody in my chat ended up having to tell me this. But I needed to get ants. I had to find ants and put them in my wounds and use the ants as fucking stitches. And it was just
what?
Nobody told me this. It's nowhere in the fucking video game. You would just have to find it by accident.
Thing? There's no way that could really work.
I mean, I don't fucking know if it's science or not, but that's how the game works. And then you're just sitting there and you're looking at your arm and you're slowly losing sanity as there's these fucking ants in your arm. And yeah. Hi, my name's fucking Jake and I'm ants in my arms.
There's an Ant-Man and a Spider-Man?
But yeah.
That was way better. You know what? Just be happy that I didn't go with my original joke.
What?
Which was going to be, something really fucked up about the Amazon is that people that work in the jungle don't even make $15 an hour.
Oh, no. We're all going to hell. Anyway.
They're just peeing themselves in the jungle.
Exactly.
Okay.
I did start The Long Dark, but I'm barely into that game. The one thing I do love about that game so far is the graphics. It's very odd looking art, and I kind of enjoy it.
It is kind of blocky almost, right?
Yeah.
It's it's weird.
It's weird. It's kind of...
I always get that game and 7 Days to Die confused, and the only reason that is because I saw them around the same time and dismissed them
immediately
at the same time. Yeah. I was like, oh, survival's survival. No.
No,
but
goodbye.
They're like interchangeable in my mind. Even though I've come to learn that they're not.
They're
the same
very
game at all.
different. They're very different.
I know, they're very different.
One, you're fighting the fucking snow. You're in battle with snow, and then the other one, you're fighting zombies. So
his name is Snoke from Star Wars.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Anyway, what did you play?
First, I want to talk about what I'm drinking. And
Are you drinking from a pint glass too?
No, I'm drinking from a Maker's Mark special glass that I got like 5 years ago.
Are you drinking Maker's Mark?
I'm not.
What are you
I'm drinking Jack Daniel's Gold 27, which is... I didn't know that Jack Daniel's was in the expensive whiskey game as well. Because I wanted to buy myself something because the on-call was so shitty. I was like, it would be nice to have a little reward.
You deserve it, yeah.
And it's fucking delicious.
I'm a little jealous. I haven't had bourbon in a while.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you something.
Ooh.
I don't know how that works. I'll just give you the money.
www. I don't know.
Download
bourbon.com. I'll buy it on that website later. Okay, now that you got your drink, what are you playing?
Okay, so I did something this week that I haven't done in a very long time.
Oh, I'm excited.
And that is beat a video game in one sitting.
What game?
I played Red Faction.
Oh!
The first Red Faction.
Yeah!
Which is like 7 hours.
Yeah!
And it was fucking awesome. And I think if there's a genre and a period that defines me as a gamer, it's like 90s, early 2000s shooters for sure.
Yeah.
Because holy shit, it was good. I mean, it's like mid 2000s, I guess. It's like or no, it's early. It's like 2003 or something like that.
Yeah, it's something about that.
Fuck me, it's good. It was a great time. It dragged a little bit when it felt like the game was ending, and then they're like, no, we have to make it a little bit longer, which lots of games do, but overall, fucking flawless. Goddamn 9 out of 10. Fucking
wow. Okay.
Shooter campaign.
Okay.
I was very into it, which makes my next game very disappointing.
Oh no! What did you play next?
Red Faction 2 is fucking dog shit. It's so goddamn bad. It's like if you showed a robot Far Cry 1 and you're like, this is what video games are. And then it's like, are you sure? What if I got rid of all the annoying stuff? And they're like, yeah, you could do that. And they're like, what if I just made you overpowered? Yeah, you could do that. What if I kept the shitty jungle and awful color palette? Yeah, you could do that. It's so fucking bad. The HUD takes up like 80% of your fucking screen.
Oh, no.
I don't understand where these design decisions came from. You start the game with a rocket launcher with like 40 shots in it, and you just blast through the first fucking level. It's not a challenge. It's nothing. It's like, what are we fucking doing here? Then the second level is like a chopper sequence where you circle a building like 18 times and just kill everyone in it with unlimited ammo. So I stopped that game after an hour, and there's no chance I'm finishing it. There's fucking
just
no chance.
Uninstall it. You're like, fuck this shit.
I've seen enough. It's actually going in crap. It's going in my crap category. It's garbage. You know what? I'm renaming crap to garbage because garbage sounds more
angry.
Harsh.
Yeah, it sounds more harsh.
Yeah, angry as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
it's just garbage.
There's more hard consonants in there.
Garbage.
Garbage. It's fucking garbage.
Ooh, that's a good voice.
So, thank you. It's like auguring if he got angry. Okay, so yeah, Red Faction, that series, I thought they ruined it with Armageddon. Turns out they
ruined
destroyed it with the second game. Yeah.
Wait.
I thought what's that game called? Gorilla?
Oh,
the one where it was the 360 one where you smashing shit up. That I thought was the first one originally.
Yeah.
It's like third person and shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. I've never beat it, but I played it, and the destruction's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's one thing in Red Faction 1, by the way, that is fucking incredible. Because for 2003, there's sections where it's like the door's locked, and you just blast your way through the fucking, I was going to say Earth, but it's Mars, so dirt, I guess. Just around the door. It's like, holy shit. It's fucking awesome. You can do that in most sections of the game.
Oh, that's kind of nice. Rad. That is actually really cool.
They don't give you like enough to just like terraform the planet, but it's enough to get around, different areas.
Yeah.
So, pretty cool.
That is cool.
Also, they had some killer vehicle segments. Anyway, I could talk about that game forever.
Oh, no.
It's a great game.
So, wait, I have a question for you. You didn't like Far Cry 1?
Not really.
Really?
Well, actually, no. I'm thinking of Far Cry 2.
You're probably thinking of Far Cry 2.
I'm thinking of Far Cry 2.
That's the one where you
you get malaria and shit. Yeah. I don't know what Far Cry 1 is like.
You might want to actually look at. Well, okay, you are in a jungle, to be fair, but it is a much older game. I think you should look into that game because you might like it.
Yeah, I've never played the first one.
I beat the shit out of it a long ass time ago.
Okay, I'll write that down. Oh, I should play Far Cry 1
because it's around 2004. It's around that time that I think Red Faction came out, if I remember right.
Yeah. Well, it's like the progenitor to Crysis, right? So
yeah.
Because Crytek made the first Far Cry, if I'm not mistaken, and then Ubisoft or whoever like in-house took it over.
Crytek was the developer. Ubisoft was the publisher. And then
but they didn't go on to make the other Far Cry games.
No, it's completely different. So like when I beat Far Cry 1, I was so excited for Far Cry 2, and then I got Far Cry 2, and I'm like,
it was fucking trash.
This is nothing like it.
Why is my fucking gun jamming?
Because your character is like he's just
an idiot.
No, he's such a badass in like Far Cry because he's kind of like.
Who?
No, the first one. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
His name is like Jack Carver, I want to say, and he just like swears a bunch, and it's basically kind of like Duke Nukem, but he's not quite Duke Nukem. He's not as like.
I don't know
cheesy.
if you're aware of what my experience with Duke Nukem is.
I think I do know what your fucking experiences with that because I
honestly,
caused it.
In my opinion, the best Duke Nukem game is Bulletstorm with the Duke Nukem pack.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Can you believe that's a thing?
Yes.
It's so weird dumb. They did that. They didn't change anyone else's fucking dialogue.
Nope.
Just added in a different character who says way different shit to try to squeeze it in there. It's almost like a fan project, but they really actually did it.
They just
as
did it
developers.
for money. They're just like money. Anyway.
Sure, but also it's pretty fun. It's fun that they did that.
Fair,
it's fun.
Fair. I'll give them
Don't be a hater.
I'm gonna be a hater all I want.
Although they should have given it away for free to people who owned it.
They should have just given it.
Because they didn't even remaster the game. It's just like one character's voice. So you're paying what, $40? I think it came out as. Anyway.
What else you play?
Let's talk about some other garbage games, shall we?
Yeah. What else you play?
Fallout 4 VR.
Oh no! Is it over? Is the level fair over?
No, it's just beginning. I'm so deep in this fucking game. It's so goddamn good, and half the reason is the soundtrack. I swear to God, that shit is insidious. I don't know how anyone got work done in the 50s when these songs were on the fucking radio, but they're so fucking catchy that my playtime of VR goes way down because I get physically exhausted from bopping around.
Just like, yeah.
I feel like Star-Lord in fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, like kicking shit and looting shit. Like, it's fucking amazing.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Grand old fucking time.
Nice.
But here's the thing. Fallout 4 is still a trash fucking video game.
Absolutely the worst.
So you have to suffer through that shit. So, and the problems only get worse when you're in VR because when you're talking to a character and their sentences string together like they should not, where like, let's say I'm saying, I want to go to the store. What did you do today? In Fallout, I would say, I want to go to the store. What'd you do today?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to, is that two separate? Oh, I did. Okay. It's awful. And it just becomes more real when you're like staring them in the face with your face and they're looking you in the eyes, which is a strange thing in VR.
Oh, yeah.
That I never thought You know,
Yeah.
like when you're making eye contact with a not real thing and they track your head move, it's so fucking bizarre.
It's very
but
bizarre.
I like it. I like it a lot.
It's very bizarre. I hate that also in VR chat, because some VR chat rooms are more like in tune with the characters and stuff like that. So
yeah.
And it also depends on if they have full body. So like you're talking to somebody and that's a real person, and then they're staring at you with this fucking avatar. And you're like
Kermit, you're making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah. So there's another issue.
Okay, what's the other issue?
There's so many issues with Fallout 4. I won't get into all of them, but one that plagued me this week that drove me insane. There is a quest for a guy where he wants you to get someone to stop sleeping with his wife. And so you go to the guy and you're like, hey, knock it the fuck off. And he's like, you know what? I will, but do you want to do a drug deal with me?
Okay.
That's the writing in Fallout 4, by the way.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's incredible.
So good. 10 out of 10. Just
I
works.
barely cut any words out of it.
Oh, Jesus.
So you go to this thing, and actually, you're not doing a drug deal. What you're really doing is just murdering drug dealers and taking over the money and the drugs.
Oh.
So you're crashing a drug deal.
Yeah.
And so I went and did that and murdered everybody like he wanted. And then there was one chick who was left alive, and she's like, I know where way more chems are stashed. Like, let me take you to them so that, I can live.
Yeah.
Like, let me bargain for my life here.
Yeah.
And I'm actually playing a good character. I kind of got onto this quest by accident. I didn't know it was going to lead to this fucking
murder spree?
dark shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, sure. Let's hear her out. Yeah, she didn't choose this life. I didn't choose this life. Like, This is just, we're decent people here. Let's make a deal. And so I make a deal with her, and then the other guy just shoots her right in front of me. I'm like, you dickhole. So I shoot the shit out of him. I just murder him dead because my original quest was to get rid of this guy, and I have done that by killing him.
Yeah.
I go back to town. By the way, this is like 2 miles outside of Diamond City, like really far away.
Yeah.
When I go back to town, all the guards are pissed at me, and they shoot me on sight.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, maybe somebody saw me. I reload. I check everywhere. I fucking check everywhere. No one can see me. Nobody's there. I do it again. They're still pissed at me. I reload. I don't kill the guy. It's fine. Killing that NPC, regardless of who was watching, makes me have a bounty in fucking Diamond City. And it's unacceptable.
No.
Unacceptable, Todd Howard.
Todd!
So.
That's lazy.
I had to let him fucking live. If there was anywhere else to go to sell my shit in the wasteland, I would have just dealt with Diamond City not liking me, but couldn't do it.
That sucks.
Couldn't do it. He deserves to die.
He definitely
for
does.
Sure.
Well, after you finish the quest, can you kill him and then go back?
He disappears. He literally just disappears. Because he's like, I can't show my face around now. Everyone's gonna know I did this shit. So I'm like,
what a shithead.
Yeah. It was garbage.
It is lazy writing. That shit pisses me off more than anything.
I'm assuming that he's important for something later or some other quest, but
maybe
that's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a game where you're supposed to be able to do what the fuck you want, you should be able to do what the fuck you want.
Yeah, do what the fuck I want.
And if you're gonna write in that you're gonna be in trouble, you better have someone actually spot me.
Be like, oh.
Don't retcon
no.
fucking law breaking. Yeah, it's fucking ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh, I have no words except ugh. That's what I would say to Todd Howard if I met him. Ugh. I would just look at him and go, ugh.
Hi, Portz. It's me, Todd Howard. I've listened to your podcast.
Ugh.
I think you're amazing.
Okay, start over. Sorry, be Todd for real.
Hi, I'm Todd Howard. I'm totally not a robot. Portz, I've listened to all of your podcasts, and I think you're amazing.
Ugh. Bunny, let's get out of here.
We gotta go.
We have some Obsidian developers to meet.
I love you, Todd.
Let's go stick our tongues down Jeff Keighley's throat.
Oh, okay. I'm down. How old is Jeff Keighley? Is he my age?
40 something? I don't know.
That's close enough.
I think that's close. Yeah, it's not crazy.
I normally don't take guys with me. Anyway.
I'm not done talking about garbage.
Oh, there's more garbage?
There's more garbage.
Shit, I should have bought more wine upstairs.
I know.
I fucked up.
I know you said it was a long news week, but I'm commandeering the episode.
That's fine. Portz Commandeers the episode. That's the title.
Portz. All right. Sounds good to me.
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
Okay, what's the other garbage? Tell me.
Yeah, this is actually what I was doing. I was Googling something. I didn't know there was a movie called Homefront.
You played Homefront?
Okay, so here's the thing. Back in 2011,
yeah,
I made a very poor decision. And I bought Homefront.
Yeah.
But you know what? I played the campaign and I thought it was kind of fun.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept.
It's an interesting concept, and I don't think they didn't make interesting characters, but the world is interesting. The missions, they're fine. And it doesn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah.
The multiplayer, on the other hand, was fucking atrocious.
Yeah.
I was trying to find multiplayer games at that point. I even played Crysis 2 for like 80 hours because I was so desperate. So I made that decision. I thought, the campaign was fine,
Mm-hmm.
I have no ill memories of it, really. And I decided, I don't know when I picked this up, but I picked up Homefront Revolution.
Oh, the second one.
At some point.
Yeah.
Yes. Which was many years later.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2018 or something, 2017.
It was quite a big gap.
This game is probably the most boring open world shooter I could possibly conceive.
No.
It is the most, here's a thing, do a thing, pick up a thing, upgrade a thing, buy a thing, spot a thing, climb a thing.
Gross.
And the gunplay is not that good. It's atrocious. It is offensively mediocre is what this game is.
Uh-huh.
And it's worse than being bad, in my mind, because it's boring. And that's so much worse than being aggravating or anything else. I don't want a fucking boring video game. The story doesn't do any of the cool, like, edgy shit they were trying to do in the first game.
Yeah.
Like, there's no shock and awe. It's just awful. Shockingly awful, like Hitch would say. Yeah, it's not good. I don't think that's going to be worth my time either. I also stopped that game after about an hour. I might try it again, but it's not looking promising.
Yeah,
you know?
I think we should both make a goal this year. And like, I stopped playing Cyber Shadow after I finally put it down and I uninstalled it the other day.
Yeah. Okay.
And
good.
I think we should both make a promise to each other to, if we're playing garbage and we're playing garbage, we stop after an hour and we uninstall the game immediately. We have better things to do.
Some games don't get good till later, though. It's hard to tell.
I mean, I think we can easily Google and find out.
The reviews aren't even that bad for Homefront Revolution.
Really? It says it's mixed reviews on Steam right now.
Oh, does it really?
Okay. It's also on sale for like $3.
Yeah.
$4.99.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay.
Or $3.99.
It's mostly positive recently, and that's fucking weird.
Yeah. 61 recently. Mixed mostly. Came out in 2006.
This positive review has 70 hours in the game.
Solid
and
shooter?
It opens with a Beatles fucking
Oh,
quote.
I see that! He has 3,000 products. Or she. No judge.
That is a lot.
That's more than me. That's more than my fucking roommate.
It's more than most people. That's so many.
It's more than my roommate. Jesus, my room.
I mean, that's got to be like 10 grand at least, right?
My account is 10 grand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did we say? It was like 50 for all of Steam or some shit like
I
that?
think so. No, it's got to be more than that now.
It has to be more than that, yeah.
We just have to call Gabe when we become rich and be like, Gabe, I want to buy everything.
Hey, I'm suing somebody and I'm subpoenaing you because I want to know how much 3,677 games is on Steam. He's like, well, which games? I'm like, well, you figure it out. I don't know.
Yeah, you figure it out. That's your job. It's not my job. I'm subpoenaing you.
I just demand information from you. That has nothing to do with what you're doing or what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'll probably drop it. You've convinced me now that I'm looking at the Steam page.
Yeah, I would definitely drop it 100%. Just get rid of it.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know I have plenty of games, but it's a shooter, and those are like the easiest ones to get through.
Nope.
Although if that game is that long.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know, I'm more and more, I'm thinking open world games are kind of trash.
It's funny because I came to the realization this year that I'm never going to play MMOs again.
Yeah, I think that's...
I don't have time for it.
Other than RuneScape.
Yeah.
And the only reason RuneScape works is because I don't have to play the game, really.
Yeah.
Like, I can just, like, be working and AFK it, and I get some shit done. And then if I want to engage with it further, I can, but I don't have to. Like, it never asks more of me than I have, which is my number one problem with MMOs, because they all demand all of your time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's be done with the MMOs and
maybe open world?
Sort of open world games. Oh, RPGs, I think, kind of get away with it still for me. At least I enjoy the loop more. But FPSs, Far Cry's, too much bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not earned. You know, it's like, it's just padding.
Yeah.
I do enjoy, like, the exploration, but I don't like the bullshit.
Yeah. It's all the side quests.
Like, it feels cool to have a world around you. And I say this as I'm playing Far Cry, or Fallout 4 VR, right?
Yeah.
But the fascination I have with VR is like, okay, so here's a moment in Fallout 4 that was positive. The fucking Brotherhood blimp, when it first flies over you after you deal with Kellogg, oh my god, the scale of that thing being in the fucking sky and just the epicness of them yelling over the fucking radio, like, where we come in peace and all this shit, it feels so authoritarian and just like it's fucking awesome. It's a great moment, especially in VR.
Yeah.
Because you can feel, you can put your hand out and see how fucking far away they are.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I'm so glad you're having fun in VR. It's probably the most indie game that you've played. Or like indie thing.
VR?
Yeah.
Well, it's the most niche,
Yeah,
I guess.
I guess
There's
so.
nothing indie about it, but
I mean, all the games.
Especially the games I'm choosing to
play. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I'm playing Bethesda games and fucking Half-Life Alyx. Beat Saber's indie, I think, right?
Yes.
That game's incredible.
I fucking love Beat Saber. I've been playing that all week again. Trying to do like
That's like, I could see that being in rotation for the rest of my life.
I mean, it's such a Beat Saber is such a great thing. 1, it's music. 2, it's not that bad. Yep. 3, also it's a great fucking workout. And I've been practicing like 6 beats per minute songs.
Jesus
and like
Christ.
It just fucking kills my shoulders and my arms and shit like that. And I'm just like, I'm dancing around as I do this all the time because I like fucking dancing to begin with. So like.
Yeah.
Now I'm also doing this, and my roommates have seen me, and they're like, you should fucking film yourself at some point. I'm like, is it bad like Elaine dancing in Seinfeld? And they're like, what's Seinfeld? Anyway. But, but yeah, no. Yeah. I love Beat Saber. Is that all the garbage you had, though?
That's I'm done. My trash can is empty.
Your trash can is empty. All right, we got a lot of news. This is gonna be a long podcast. Sorry, guys.
Just speed read. Let's go.
All right, let's speed read. Let's get through these, boys and girls. Okay, so Nintendo this week. They had a few announcements. Bidoof is gonna be back in the new Pokemon Pearl and Diamond remix, which is Gen 4. It's probably actually my second favorite generation of Pokemon, and but they will be redone graphically for the Switch. They will be out early in 2022. 2022? Yeah. That's weird to say. I can't believe it's 2021 as it is. And then they're also doing this new Pokemon.
It's bold to write about things in the future still.
I know. Especially the next thing that we're going to talk about with EA and how they're kind of on a very weird tailspin right now. But so Pokemon's also announcing a separate game that's going to be a prequel to Diamond and Pearl. It's a RPG action-like where you run around collecting Pokemon. And it's going to be set in the same world that is Diamond and Pearl as well, so you can catch all the starters and stuff like that. And my only problem with this Legends game is it looked really shitty. And like I saw a lot of games.
That's a pretty minor gripe.
As much as I hate to say it, because like Shield and Sword had a lot of FPS issues, and we talked about it last year, and them trying to fix those FPS issues, and they still kind of have janky FPS issues, but people put up with it because it's fucking Pokemon. And I was watching gameplay of this game, and it looks like it was suffering the same FPS issues, and they still haven't fixed it. And I'm just like, oh, that's sad. I'm going to play Pearl, though.
That's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember because I waited in line. I was super old. I was probably one of the oldest customers in that fucking line outside of a GameStop waiting for.
What year did that release?
Oh, God, 2007? Somewhere around that time. I was working at a store that was right next to a GameStop, and so I waited outside the GameStop before going to work, and I got like all this starter stuff. There were Staluses because it was on the DS, and there were Staluses and everything, and so I got the Staluses and everything, but they forgot to give me my copies of the game. And so I left the store without my game, and then I like go to play it, and I'm at work and just puttering around, and I don't have my games. And so I had to walk back there, and I'm like, hey, you forgot to give me your games. And they're like, yeah, we were wondering when you were going to come back. I'm like, ah, shit. But anyway, so new Pokemon, but not new Pokemon.
Right.
Hooray. Anyway, next. PlayStation time.
People who like Pokemon really like Pokemon.
They really like Pokemon. I mean, I love Pokemon. I'm really excited for the Pokemon, Snaps game that's going to be coming out on the Switch, but I'm kind of nervous about it because I forgot about the FPS issues until I saw the FPS issues with this game, and now I'm worried that's going to happen to Pokemon Snap, and I'm going to be like, I fucking can't pay $60 for this game. I just can't.
Is that how much it's going to be?
Yeah, that's how all fucking Nintendo games are. They're more expensive than most games because they're physical cartridge instead of a CD.
Okay.
I know. So PlayStation had their state of play thing that they did. I like that people are doing these like little announcements. We talked about it last year with COVID and everything, and now people are still continuing to do it where they just do stuff online since E3 is a fucking mess of its own. I don't know if it's actually going to happen this year because they tried to have a physical location. And they were trying to push for a physical location, and LA said, "No, you're fucking stupid. It's not going to happen."
Do you know what state this is?
Yeah. Do you know what state this is? Do you know that there's like a special virus here right now? That's like it's not being affected by the vaccine. Yeah. No. Stop. Anyway, so they had their state of play. They announced a bunch of few games.
So I had a question about this that I haven't asked anyone because I didn't have anyone else to talk to about.
Oh.
I don't mean that in a sad way. I
don't have any friends.
I
don't have any friends.
Really, what it is I haven't streamed in like a month. So they used to have a different event for PlayStation. Yeah. What was that called?
I think it was State of Play, wasn't it?
No, it was X something, wasn't it? It was like
Expo Pet.
PSX, yeah. It was like PSX or some shit like that.
Or something like that.
Is this? I guess they call it something different now because it's not an expo. Yeah. It's like not physical.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
But this is what that would have been, right?
Yeah, kind of. So they did announce what this was an announcement of everything that's going to be coming out this year, for specifically the PlayStation, obviously, but. And everything that is complete and for sure coming out this year, not stuff that's like maybe gonna come out, but
right. Okay, so that was another question I had. That's why it felt kind of limited. It felt like
it was really short.
I mean, it was only 30 minutes long,
really
right?
Short.
So
yeah.
And half of that was fucking Final Fantasy.
And half of it was literally Final Fantasy, the biggest thing that everybody was anticipating for it. So they did announce that if you had the PlayStation 4 version, you can upgrade to the PlayStation 5 version for free, and then you could buy the next episode. And the next episode is going to focus on Yumi, which I have no fucking idea why, but whatever. I don't know what the fucking this Final Fantasy is doing. It's drunk. It tries to make a love triangle that didn't exist before, but what do I fucking know? I didn't play it. I watched everybody else do it. But anyway. So there's another game that they announced that I'm really mad that I don't have a PlayStation 5 called Returnal, and it looked like Doom, kind of, but a roguelike. Could you imagine a Doom that was a roguelike? Yeah.
Returnal, wasn't that the one that looked kind of like... It looked more control-y to me.
Maybe, because like you basically have a dash like you do in Doom, but it's third person, so it's a little different, and you're just fucking destroying aliens, and every time you die, the whole level changes. So like different things will spawn in different areas, and different obstacles will be there.
The concept of it, but I don't like how they were like, yeah, you'll die a bunch. I'm like, okay. Lots of games are like that.
Yeah, it's like Doom.
I died a bunch in Doom, but they didn't advertise it that way. They're like, it's so fucking hard. It's like, no, they have difficulty settings and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to like the game. It looks very cool, but I don't know if I'm going to have the patience for...
Well, we probably will never see it unless we get a PlayStation 5, so...
I'll probably get a PS5.
Oh, are you?
I mean, eventually there'll be. I mean, the next God of War is gonna be on it, right?
Fair,
I'm gonna fucking play that.
My roommates will probably get it then too. Oddworld was also announced. That comes out on my birthday. Crash Bandicoot 4, Five Nights at Freddy's, and just like a bunch of other like little things.
Five Nights at Freddy's going 3D. That feels really weird. It feels
very weird. Like the trailer for it was pretty good. If you guys like Five Nights at Freddy's, go check it out for fucking jerseys.
What's the Arcane Studios game?
Solar Ash, I think. Oh wait, no, Arcane Studios. That's fucking the Dishonored people. Fuck.
Damn it, it's a super cool 70s looking fucking... Yes, Deathloop is so cool looking.
Yeah, Deathloop is also going to be on the PC.
That might be my most anticipated game.
It's also going to be on the PC, so like it's not just locked to the PlayStation, luckily.
Yeah, which is where I'll play it, obviously.
Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously ditto.
Can't wait.
But, yep. So, stuff to look forward for PlayStation. Cyberpunk announced this week that they are going to be... On the 24th, they announced that they're delaying patch 1.2. They said it's their biggest patch ever, and it's going to fix a lot of the stuff that most people have been complaining about, which is what they've been saying for every patch, but this is only their second patch, to be fair. But
no, this one actually does it,
this one actually does it, guys.
Oh, no, we got hacked again. It's... The next one, guys.
I mean, I do feel bad for them. The reason why they're delaying it is because of the cyber attack on their studio.
I know. I'm being overly mean. Yeah. But it's fun.
It is. Oh, it's absolutely fun. Poor. I mean, I feel bad for CD Projekt. They're like the dog that we just keep kicking right now.
They set themselves up. Do you remember how cocky those pieces of shit were before the game came out?
Icarus. They flew too close to the sun.
Yeah,
CD
they
Projekt,
did this to themselves.
You were fucking Icarus, and you fucked up. The fucking mighty have fallen right now. But like, so we know they got ransomware. Their source code for most of their games was stolen, as well as the company's information, like personal information for all the employees.
That's the thing that sucks. It's like people gotta worry about identity theft.
Oh yeah, so
credit card numbers or whatever the fuck.
Because
I don't know what
because they were locked out for so long, the employees were forced to go on a vacation because they literally couldn't do anything, so they couldn't log into the network. So that's part of the reason. Also, on top of that, because of like this investigation that's happening, most of the employees have had to turn in their PCs that they've been using to work from home, so they've been having to turn in their personal PCs and like their laptops and all that shit over to the investigation to have it checked. So they like lose their fucking computers, and then they can't work on top of all of this. How fucking shitty
Damn.
that would. I see a mass
awful.
exodus coming from CD Projekt. I see a lot of these developers leaving or trying to leave at this point.
Yeah, and the later it gets, the probably the harder it's going to be to get a job.
Because, like, I mean...
They're like, wait, you're coming from CD Projekt? The people who fucked up like a year ago?
Yeah, the people who got fucked really hard. Yeah. Yeah, no. I see a mass exodus from CD Projekt happening in the next few months. And a lot of, like, lead developers and project managers and, like, just devs in general just fucking leaving that company.
I don't know how much sense it makes for managers to leave, only because if you leave without repairing it, like, who really wants you to manage their shit? Because if something goes wrong, you're just gonna fucking bail.
Oh yeah,
you know, like, it's so public.
Yeah,
I feel like it's kind of a tough thing when you're, like, in charge of it and shit.
Maybe, but also at the same time, I think, like, poaching ahead from CD Projekt, it could be good. I don't know.
Yeah,
it could be good. It could be bad. But okay. The next thing is the biggest thing, and we've kind of talked back and forth about it all week. And you've had your steps process, but we're gonna talk about EA and what the fuck they're doing this week, because they just went on a fucking spree. They just went on an announcement spree. But first of all, I have to ask, EA, are you okay? What's wrong? Are you okay? Are you okay, EA? I had to do that to the fucking mic. Anyway, so EA just went literally fucking on a slashing spree. Like, we talked about them last week. Clearly, they listened to this, or not last week, the week before, 2 weeks ago. I can't remember now. Right before Valentine's Day, I think. We talked about Anthem, and obviously they listened to this podcast because they realized that we were right. Even Snoop Dogg's mad at them right now.
We did talk about that dangerously close to when they really got rid of it. That's actually funny. we need somebody to, like, keep track of the predictions.
Even Snoop Dogg's mad at him right now, threatening if he can't play his fucking Battlefield, he's gonna go buy Soulja Boy's console. And I don't want to call fucking Snoop Dogg a boomer because he's really adorable that he plays video games, but come on.
Yeah, but remember that one time where he pretended to play video games?
Oh my god, yeah. Also, his secret weapon for playing video games is the biggest fucking doobie you've ever seen in your entire life.
Also, his fucking video...
Which one?
His fucking video with the Dr. Disrespect is
it's so awkward.
cringy.
It's so awkward.
Like,
it's like Scott's Tots episode of
it's not that bad, but
bad.
it's in the ballpark.
It's bad.
It's just like Dr. Disrespect, like, you know, paying respect to him because he's fucking Snoop Dogg, and he's like kind of a muted version of himself because, you know, you can't be a cocky little shit to Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg will literally smack
but also
the
you have to
shit
because
out
that's
of
your
you.
character.
Yeah.
That's your character choice.
Yeah.
You fuck.
Yeah. But so let's get started on EA's slashing spree.
Okay. Anthem gone.
Next, gone. It's
Dragon Age, not an Anthem game.
not an Anthem game.
Good.
Do you want to continue? Do you know the rest?
I don't know any of it. I read Gaia, but I've never heard of this shit. I don't know what the fuck that is.
So we know they canceled Anthem next. It's gone. It's not. They're gonna leave the game as it is, leave the live service running as it is, and let the game slowly die. And then obviously, like I said, they listen to our podcast because they don't want to make us upset about Dragon Age 4 because they know how much we love Dragon Age. So what they did is they took all the people who were working on Anthem to go fix Dragon Age 4 to move it away from being a online multiplayer service game, which is the first that I think anybody's ever heard that this game was going to be multiplayer.
I was telling Sika, and she said that she heard a rumor about it a couple months ago. I was like, what the fuck channels are you tuned into?
Yeah, she must be into some fucking magical tuning because, like, I didn't hear anything about this, and, like, I stalk Jeff Keighley's Twitter all the time. I found this new studio to follow today because Jeff Keighley follows them.
Oh.
And, like, they're making an Alien game. I'm really excited for it. Anyway, so
is it the Left 4 Dead
I
thing?
think so. And fuck, what was I saying? So it was going to be multiplayer. Like, the first two weren't multiplayer. The third one introduced multiplayer co-op, but it didn't have any effect.
It was like a different side effect thing. It was like Mass Effect's multiplayer. Didn't matter. You could ignore it. Also, though, it was not fun like Mass Effect was.
Yeah. And, like, I didn't play the third one, so I have no experience with the co-op or the actual game. But, like, I do know that, like, most people just played it for the story, not for the multiplayer. So the fact that EA is questioning everything that they said in the past 10 years about single-player games being fucking dead is making me start to wonder if they're actually truly okay right now. Did they get shook?
Yeah, maybe they just mean gaming is dead. That's what they meant.
I mean, to be fair, look at the last few IPs that they had that, like, they did. Star Wars Squadron didn't do very well. Jedi Fallen Academy didn't do very well. And, like...
Fallen Academy? Come on, it's Fallen Forces. How dare you?
Fallen Academy is the most appropriate name for that game.
It's Fallen Outcast.
Yes.
Fallen Squadrons. Anyway.
Shit. Fallen.
The only thing that they're making money on is fucking Star Wars Galaxies on the fucking.
It's not. It's not even that. They're making money. Well, they have their fucking like sports games, and those are always going to be successful because.
I meant Star Wars.
Oh yeah, Star Wars wise, but they haven't had any other like IPs. They've had Battlefield, but that was a long ass time ago, and we're going to talk about.
Yeah, Battlefield's been a couple years.
Yeah, it's been a while. So.
Dragon Age 4 was like 2015 or 14 or some shit. That was forever ago. It was like the beginning of last generation.
It's been a long time. So, after we announced, or after we've come to the realization that BioWare is dead, and like I have very little hope for Dragon Age 4. Like, we don't know how far in development the game is right now, and they're gonna try to fix it to make it not multiplayer, but it was targeted to be
doom prepping.
Yeah, I don't have any hope. I'm not gonna buy it.
Look, everyone says it's a good news, right? That it's not multiplayer anymore. Yes, I agree. I don't want it to be multiplayer.
But how far along is
also,
there? Are they gonna scrap and start over?
Even if it's not that far along. Yeah, even if they scrapped it, honestly, I would be like, fucking props. Yeah. That's how you fucking run a business, because it's garbage, and you're only going to salvage garbage that doesn't sell. So,
Fix it.
Hopefully they do something like that. Somebody, I don't know, I responded to a tweet that led to some other tweets. Twitter's a mess, but somebody was like, they just started developing. Like, we're not seeing this game till like 2024, 2025. And I don't know where the fuck they pulled those numbers, but... It doesn't seem that way because they've been teasing it for a couple of years now.
Yeah, it's been being teased for at least 3 years.
I don't think so, man.
At least.
If that is true, that's great, but I don't think there's been any evidence to support that.
I think if I wouldn't care if they scrapped the game and started over. Honestly, I think that's a better route.
I think that'd be the best case scenario. Although, where's EA and BioWare? I mean, are they even worse off 5 years from now?
I don't know, because like I said, EA is on a slashing spree. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is after 6 years of development of this game called Gaia, it's an open world game, and they showed us sneak peeks of it last year at ePlay. I guess that was their other thing. I don't fucking know.
Oh.
But like ePlay 2020, and being quote, it's kind of a sci-fi free-running take on Gary's Mod. So it's open world, and it's supposed to be like Gary's Mod. Also, how the fuck does it take you 6 years to make something that is disastrous and as amazing as Gary's Mod? Like...
Yeah, Gary's Mod seems like a happy accident. Yeah. It doesn't seem like something to aim for.
It's literally the Bob Ross painting of Valve's Source Engine.
Like, what the fuck?
I love Gary's Mod, but I also hate Gary's Mod. But there was also an anonymous source, according to Bloomberg, saying that the development was always troubled with this game, and they've had at least one major reboot. So I think EA is like, this game is never gonna happen. It's been just a waste of fucking time. Just cut it. Just fucking cut it. which, makes me proud. EA,
yeah,
you
that's
know,
great.
if you, just same with Anthem. Just, if it's dead weight, just cut it. And then...
Now bring back Star Wars 1313.
Give me my fucking bounty hunter game, you pieces of shit! Anyway. So, after this, you can't think there's anything else. No. They announced literally the other day that they're delaying.
Holy shit, we're still talking about
EA. Like I said, I think
God. It feels like it's been the entire podcast.
Like I said, I think something's going on at EA. I don't know what it is, but they literally just went on a fucking, they're like, I have a fucking goal list or resolution list. It's 2021. Let's get this revolution list done. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck that came from. But they announced that they're delaying the Need for Speed. This is by DICE Studios, right? At this point. They're literally looking at each individual little studio and they're kind of analyzing. We saw BioWare. We saw this other development. They're just like, fuck you, you're done. And now we're looking at DICE. And so Need for Speed, they're going to delay by a whole year. And this is in efforts to make the next Battlefield game arrive on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox X series this fall. So they said it's because the EA DICE team is feeling a bit fatigued and they're trying to relieve some of the pressure by delaying one of the games, which is a fucking nice thing to hear.
So is it though? Because let's analyze, shall we?
Okay, go ahead.
What are they doing? They are delaying a game so that they can rush a different game.
Well, I don't think it's rushed necessarily.
It feels rushed to me.
I think it's
I don't know. How is DICE overwhelmed?
I don't know.
What have they been doing?
They've been just doing Battlefield. Every time there's a Battlefield
if they
game,
mean in general, for years, I could see that.
Battlefield, they're intense
games.
Yeah,
what was the last game DICE even fucking put out?
Ooh, good question. Probably Battlefield or Need for Speed. I don't know. One of those, because those are their bread and butter.
Oh, they did Battlefront. Yeah. Okay, so Battlefront 2.
Yeah. So
wait, Battlefield 5 came out in 2018.
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
And
So that I guess
it is a little bit it is kind of it's kind of good to hear that they're trying to relieve some of the pressure from the team by taking their...
Yeah, but that is also through the mouth of someone who wants it to sound
That's
good.
fair. That is true. It is also partly because EA did tell their investors that Need for Speed and Battlefield would be on both consoles by March 2022. So
they're delaying it by 3 months?
Yeah. So Need for Speed will come out at least by 2022 and then Battlefield will be out by fall. So I think what they'll do is they'll have the studio focus on finishing Battlefield and then have them go back to Need for Speed after that's done. But at the same time, I think it's
it doesn't
go ahead.
It doesn't feel, I don't really understand. I don't know. I don't understand game development enough to know how this is good news, because if you're bringing in a new team and your team who normally does this shit is fatigued by it, what is going on with the development of that game that is fatiguing? And how is this other team going to relieve that? Because are the Need for Speed guys really going to know what to do on Battlefield?
I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, I would expect some of them to be veterans of DICE and be working on both sides at the same time.
Yeah.
But I like the idea that they did try to relieve some of this pressure, but I think publishers should stop fucking going to their fucking investors and be like, yeah, sure, we could make a game in 2 years. We could do that. You guys want to see the best looking game and have it done in 2 years? Sure. It's going to be 8-bit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think when it's ready is always good. Although Cyberpunk kind of ruined some of that.
Oh, absolutely.
By absolutely lying about it.
Yeah. Don't.
They're like, when it's ready. And they're like, well, it actually does have to be pretty soon. Time kind of got away from us there. Yeah, it's gonna be soon.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of Keanu money. It's got to profit.
Goddamn Keanu money. God damn it. Like, I think, like, Rockstar doesn't promise anything to anybody, but 2K is okay with them, like, just being the way that they are as a studio. Like,
yeah. And the only way to get there is by doing it.
Rockstar.
So it's like, it's not, you're never going to earn that trust unless you're given the chance,
yeah,
you know?
I think, I mean, fuck, how do you get that Rockstar trust? Like, companies to trust you like Rockstar.
I don't know. Don't fucking know.
Fuck. Rockstar?
Probably have to be a high-earning motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess so. Look at GTA 5. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. I mean, those games used to sell just based on their edginess, right? They were a cult fucking hit. They were good games, but it's like, it was mostly like the, you know, it's shit you shouldn't be doing, but in video games, you know?
Well, speaking of that, we can throw that right into the next segment.
Okay.
So, Illinois, my current home state now, is trying to ban violent video game sales, period.
I thought we already talked about this last
Did we really?
week.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
No way.
Keep me honest. I was going to say chat. Podcast listeners. I'll have to go back and listen. We can talk about it again.
No.
It's fucking
I'm
stupid.
looking at it right now. I'm looking at the notes right now. I had one finished an article, and it was about EA taking a patent out. Maybe that's what it is. EA's going crazy. Yes.
Okay.
I'm connecting the dots. Patents, EA going crazy. No. So I think I might have brought it up because, like, it wasn't being pushed. It was just being brought up. But now it's actually being fully indicted right now. So one of the reps of Illinois, I'm not actually going to say his name now, but I was originally, but it doesn't matter. He wants to ban violent video games to help reduce crime in the state, specifically carjackings in Chicago, because there's been a record high recently with carjackings in Chicago. Yeah. I don't fucking know why. Yeah. It's probably because people are bored and they don't have video games, but what do I know? So I want to call him out, and I want to 1v1 him and Kim Kardashian Hollywood Adventure. But in all serious notes, back in 2012, they banned the selling of violent video games, specifically to minors. And I think that's across all states, right? At this point, most kids can't buy violent video games rating M if you're a minor.
Well, rating M is back to the 90s. Like, it's been forever.
Yeah, so, like, I guess, I don't know, maybe Illinois was a little bit dated with that, and they decided to ban it. Minors can't purchase them with mommy's credit card. Right. I don't know. But now what they want to do is they filed amends to adjust that banning to all violent video games to everybody.
So here's what's going to happen.
Gamers are going to actually leave their house and riot, and it's going to be the smelliest mob ever?
No. What people are going to do is learn how to pirate things.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, there's just going to be no sales.
Oh, no. I didn't even think about that.
State, which kind of sucks. So some businesses will close, but the gamers will get their games. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And you know what? If you live in a state where it literally does get banned, you should do that. I think you should definitely pirate shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, just in case the deep state gets involved, get a, VPN subscription.
Oh, there we go. That's what I'll fucking end up doing.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I have one. Ha ha ha. Anyway, so it just makes it's just the dumbest fucking things ever. This is how you get sweaty nerds out of the house to come fucking actually have a riot. Even the American Psychological Association last year, as in 2020, put out a report how there's very little evidence that links violent video games to violent behavior. You know who did that? That was fucking Joe goddamn Biden who did that.
Yeah, it doesn't even, it like barely even makes violent people more violent. It's like, yeah. And the idea that it's going to make people who aren't violent is just obviously
it's
absurd.
So fucking
like,
stupid.
Shit.
And like, we could
every decade or so this shit comes around.
Yeah, it's so stupid that it's like back again. And the worst thing is, this guy is my age. He's fucking 36. He said he grew up playing these games, and he's like, it doesn't affect me. And he's in an interview, he's talking about it, and he's all like, well, I just want to see the correlation, and I need more studies to be done. It's like, bitch, they did fucking studies. Stop being stupid. Read the stuff. You're just trying to fucking peddle to the masses and be like, oh, video games, bad. That's what's causing carjackings. Not maybe possibly that people fucking don't have jobs right now, or like the city's in unrest, or like you don't want to deal with any of the actual shit going on.
It's such an easy thing to get behind if you don't want to actually consider what's going on.
Or you don't want to deal with the actual issues that is happening in the fucking state.
Exactly.
But I don't think this bill is honestly going to go anywhere. Like, I did a lot of fucking digging on this thing because, like, there's enough evidence that proves that video games don't actually cause fucking carjackings or violence. And also, video games are now protected under freedom of speech, so he could suck it.
Yeah. Have you ever played a video game, sir? It's a lot harder to do.
He said he grew up playing GTA, so it's like fucking bizarre. And that's the biggest one.
Like, I know the bad stuff
exactly.
that's in it.
That was like the biggest thing that he was like going after. He was mostly talking about GTA. And like he's like, well, GTA encourages carjackings. And like the interviewer's like, how? We played those games. Do you want to steal a car? And they're like, he's like, well, I had right people telling me what to do. It's like, so you're telling other people that they don't have them what to do because you get arrested when you get there. I think that's pretty good reinforcement in the fucking video game telling you not to carjack in real life. Yeah. It's the dumbest fucking thing that I had to read all week.
It's like whenever there's like like somebody who's done something horrific or whatever, there's always somebody that's like, oh my god, he likes Mass Effect and GTA on his fucking Facebook pages, and that's evidence. And I'm like, yeah, but he also likes fucking Frito-Lays and he watches movies.
Yeah.
So why aren't those problematic?
Oh my god, he likes Slim Jims. That means he likes processed meats. You
better cancel his aunt too, because she's commented on some of his pages. Like,
she sent him.
Jesus
she
Christ.
sent him a Valentine's Day card. How dare she?
I know.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's it for the fucking news. I'm still worried about EA. EA is making some interesting cases, and
they're wilding out there. Yeah.
Are you okay, EA?
I like switching it up. Switch it up. Fucking nothing changes and nothing changes. So change it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I wonder if they don't have like new leadership or anything.
I don't think so. I tried looking and I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything at all.
Maybe there's like a fire under somebody's ass. They're like, hey, if you don't fucking turn this shit around, I'm going to fucking fire your ass. And you're like,
maybe their stock's not doing good. I haven't seen what their stock.
It is down a little bit, but that could be because of canceled projects, right? Because that's the money that's not going to come in. So it's like,
yeah, I guess that's a good point. Wait, you actually paid attention to their stock? I'm actually kind of.
Well, it was in that news article. It was Bloomberg. They have the stock.
Goddamn
thing,
Bloomberg.
So, yeah.
Goddamn Bloomberg. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for the news. Thanks guys for listening. We appreciate it in this longer episode of us screaming back and forth, and I'm intoxicated, but that's beside the point.
Hopefully you get something out of it. If nothing but our hatred of most video game developers.
Everything nowadays, Jesus Christ.
Publishers, I should say.
Yeah, it's mostly publishers. I can't get too mad at developers.
Yeah, except the people who made that cyber slashy game.
Fuck that game. That game's a piece of shit. Why did you do it, Yacht Club? Why did you pick up a random fucking developer? Anyway, I'm still mad about that. But thanks, guys, for listening. Seriously, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Twitch at The Real Portz and at Evil Space Bunny. And hopefully we could do a live one of these soon. I need to talk to Portz and we can iron out some shit. And we'll see you live.
Hell yeah.
Live interaction.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. Do it live.
Thanks, Bunny.
Portz.
Thanks, listeners.
Guys.
Bye.
Bye.